Let's do this thing.
6 up instead of the 5 then.
So 2 6-up saves.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
This turn's gone great.
Fighty, fighty.
Fighty, fighty.
Let's do it. Welcome back to another Hops and Drops TV Battle Report. It's going to be an exciting one. We have Idoneth going up against Sylvaneth.
Elves. The elves.
Elves v Elf. Who's the superior?
Yeah, exactly.
Lumineth, but they're not here. So. My name is Karl, and I'm playing Idoneth Deepkin against my good friend Tom.
Hello, I'm Tom, and I'm going to be playing Sylvaneth once again. Third time on the channel.
Third time, yeah. If you're enjoying our battle reports, please leave a comment and please subscribe if you want to. And also, if you have anything to say about the battle report or if you have any suggestions, let us know in the comment. We will answer. And
we've had some great comments.
We have some really good comments for sure. And we're working on all the feedback as well. We just have full-time jobs, so it's going slowly.
Exactly.
But we are working on it, and we'll improve as we go. And it helps a lot then if you support the channel.
Yes.
What mission are we playing today?
Today we're playing Close to the Chest. I don't think we've had it on the channel before, which is nice. Nice to always get something new in.
I hope so, at least.
Yes, maybe we have. I don't know. Either way, the mission is not as straightforward as some. There is a little bit of skill to this mission to some extent, I suppose. So I'll run through it quick. So first of all, you get 1 point for holding 1 objective. You get 2 points for holding 2 or more objectives. 1 point for that as well. And then you get 2 points if you hold more than your opponent. And then the last 2 points then come from whether or not you hold the primary objective. And at the start of each turn, the opponent picks a primary objective for you to try and take off them. And it can be one of 4, in theory. So for example, if I'm picking a primary objective, I can pick any in my side of the table here, and then also I can pick this one over here. I don't know why I would do that. That would be a terrible idea at this point, but maybe later in the game.
Right now, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yes, and then lastly you get 4 points for your battle tactic. And then the underdog can, once your opponent has picked a objective to be the primary, the underdog can force the opponent to choose again on a 5+. So they roll dice on a 5-up.
Yep.
All right, great. So Karl, run us through your deployment.
Yep. My deployment I had a lot to think about, actually, because first I was like, definitely, I had the choice because we did roll off and both had 3 drops, so I decide. And at first I was obviously gonna give away the first turn, but I might have changed my mind.
Exciting.
Which is why you can see how my boats are placed. So this one is placed a bit more aggressively because I want to take the first turn, so the army is kind of gonna shift to stand next to that one for the extra save. And I have positioned myself for an easy first battle tactic, or multiple if I want to, I guess.
Yeah.
And I have a castle. Idoneth is very good at castling. You have the plus to save, you have the 5-up ward from the big turtle, and -1 attacks as well from the Isharann guard. The sea aspect of the sea is next to the place of power, and then my storm aspect is just doing his thing here on the side. And then I have my little Tidecaster here in the back, hiding. Hopefully making some ritual rolls, because I think that will be quite important, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it with my deployment, basically. What about you?
Yes, I have deployed, assuming that Karl was going to give me first turn, but now he's changed that slightly, so we'll see how that goes. But either way, I also obviously kept in mind that Karl might take the first turn, and I needed to guard against him being aggressive with the first turn, potentially. So what I've done is I have the luxury of the Branch Witch in this list, which means I can deploy my whole army up front, because it's very risky for Karl to commit into this central block of Kurnoth Hunters, because if I get that 3+ fight first on my sides here, then everything dies that charged in there. So until turn 3, I'm feeling pretty safe. And then Karl's whole army gets strike first, at which point I might not be feeling as safe. But yes, so I've got all my Kurnoths in the middle, 6 sides, 6 bows. Just in case Karl fails that 3+ in the first turn, maybe I can get some shooting off from this position without teleporting the Kurnoth. I've got my Dryads over here to try and take this objective. I've set up my Spite Revenants over on the my right-hand side, and the reason why I put them there is because of a potential take their lands turn 1 if Karl was going to give me first turn, because of Karl's boat there, because I'm not going to be able to take the flanks. However, I could also seize the centre if I was given first turn, so that wasn't like a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind playing the first couple of turns aggressive, because until you get strike first, I'm less scared of you.
Yeah,
but when you get strike first, I'm terrified. So if I can do damage before you get strike first, is very relevant. We'll see if that's actually possible. Yeah, Tree Revenants in the back just screening out, and then Belthanos over here lastly within 6 of this woods, so that he can turn this into a place of power, so that I can teleport to it and from it and get all the buffs and everything. That's the lot, basically.
My only guard is going to be Prized Beast on my turtle. I think the best choice would probably be Onigard. These ones for my Aspect of the Sea. But I like Prized Beast, so we're going to go with an aggressive turtle. So.
Yeah, sounds good.
And he can't be bracketed then and so on, so it should be cool. What are you choosing?
Yeah, so Karl has 3 very tough, very big monsters. So just in case the sides don't get the +1 rend on the charge, I'm going to give them +1 rend on the charge when they're fighting monsters.
Very nice, yeah.
So they'll be rend 2 hopefully whenever they fight, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
With that said, yeah.
Your choice on who starts.
Idoneth is going to go first.
Oh, exciting. All right.
Idoneth, turn 1. We're going to do a Places of Power with my Aspect of the Sea. Goes off.
Very nice.
And then we're going to try and take the lands on this one.
On the woods.
On the woods.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you want to do a Place of Power?
I'll take Place of Power on my Warsong Revenant.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Very nice. Into my casting then, I'm going to try and summon a Krondspine.
Nice. That's all you can do turn 1.
That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because what built in +1 and then +1 from principle.
Nice. Well, I'll try and unbind.
Yeah.
I have +1 to this, but it's a 9.
Ooh.
So you get it.
Krondspine set up there. So we're going to try a little ritual roll with my dude here. He gets it.
Very
so
nice.
I'm going to put on Creeping Mist on my army, which means that I can't be shot at outside of 12 inches. He's going to cast a teleport. Forgot about that one. On my turtle. It goes off on a 10.
You get it. I rolled a double 1.
Okay, put it up. And do you want to do any?
Yeah, I may as well, because the first turn, I mean, you're probably not going to do much. So I will spend 1, and I'm going to try and get a woods out.
Yeah.
With my Warsong. No, it's a 3.
Okay.
No woods.
Then we'll go into movement. So we're back from movement.
Yeah.
I have shifted my army over here to the left side, in between my boats and my 5-up ward and tankiness. The Krondspine, as you saw in the hero phase, I put here to kind of block a potential double locking me up here. And they took the flanks over there. No, I didn't do take flanks. I took the terrain. Yeah, so I have the terrain right. Well, I had the terrain. We'll come back to that. They are just standing over there on the side.
Yeah.
The
Aspect of the Sea.
Aspect of the Sea moved up here. And my little caster's just hanging there in the back. And yeah, so then I moved and I grabbed the objective because I had 11 on it.
Yeah, you have 6 plus a banner.
Oh, plus a banner, so I had 12 on it. Yeah. And then what did you do?
Yeah, so I kind of wanted Karl to get out of his 5-up ward here with the eels, because then I can potentially commit into them turn 1. So the best way to do that is to force him to then charge my Spite Revenants on the side, and the best way to make him charge me there is I redeployed Belthanos to then be within 3 of this terrain feature. So now I have 13 on, so I have 1 more. So if you don't charge me, then you won't get your battle tactic. So now you have to charge me.
Yeah.
But then you were thinking that now you can power through. So we'll see how much damage you actually do into them, basically.
Yeah. But for sure, I'm going to have to charge.
Yeah.
But before charging, I'm going to do a little bit of shooting.
Excellent.
The turtle is gonna put his shots into Bothanos because he has anti-monsters.
Yep.
And he's gonna do an all attack, so 2s and 2s.
And I'm going to use a reaction to do an all-out defense because I need to save at least one of these.
Yeah, so here we go. There's 1-1 at least.
Okay, good start. Phew.
So 3 hits.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 wounds.
Okay, and then Ren 2.
Ren 2,
So
yeah.
4 plus save.
Yeah.
Saving 1.
So 3 damage.
3 damage. And I
Yeah.
don't think he has a ward right now. He needs to be closer to the war song to get a ward.
okay.
So he does take 3.
All right. I like that. They're gonna charge.
Yeah,
See what they get. They get a 9.
seems
So-
good. That's what you needed.
So that's enough. Charge with 1 unit. I'm only putting 1 in here because I'm gonna do mortal impacts.
Yeah.
And I only need to kill 1 to take the objective and take the terrain. And
You need to kill 3.
you were 12, no?
Yeah, but 2 of my guys weren't in.
Ah,
So
okay.
3 need to die.
3 needs to die.
But
yes.
with the mortals and
Yeah.
then 1 of them swinging, it's quite likely.
Yeah, exactly. But the reason I only put 1 in here is because I think I'm gonna kill enough with my impact, and then Tom will take away units, so I will have to force to swing with all of them otherwise, which then would for sure lift the unit, which means I can't power through, and that is what I want to do.
Yes, you want to get back into your castle.
Exactly. So 1 is in combat range, and here we go with impact hits.
Oh,
Wow, okay. It's 4d3 and one mortal.
okay, so 4d3 plus 1.
So we have 6, 7, 8,
9 then.
9.
Seems good.
9. Oh, okay. 1 guy is gonna swing,
Yeah,
mostly because 2 of them risks killing them, and
Yes.
they can't die. Like it would be really bad if they die.
it is bad if they die, yeah.
So I have 1 guy in range of all of them, so he can power through in there.
Yeah, regardless of how I pull, you're
Exactly.
going to be able to power through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna do an all attack. It is a champ, so it's gonna be 6 attacks.
Okay, so it's d3 plus 2.
So 5.
5 damage. All right, so another 3 die. Spite Revenants get to swing back. 3 of them are alive, including the Sergeant, so it's going to be 10 attacks on 3s and 4s. 6s are good. 1 mortal wound,
Okay.
so 2 damage in total.
Okay. I'm back. For end of turn, I did my power through.
Everything worked out well.
Yeah, did 3 mortal damage on the power through. They're back in my little castle.
Yep,
I got the terrain, so I hold 1, I hold 2, hold more.
yep.
And my battle tactic.
And then this was the primary,
Yes.
my center one with like 25 Kurnoth hunters on it. So
Not taking that
No.
one. Which means I score
8.
8 points.
Yep.
Not bad.
No, not at all.
Into Sylvaneth, turn 1 even.
Yeah. Let's do this thing. All right, I am going to seize the center. It's a bit of a bold choice because it does require me to actually kill a Krondspine. But as long as I don't double 1 a charge, which also could happen, I probably won't fail it.
No, yeah.
So my plan basically is to move everything up into the middle here and put a branch witch in range so that they've got strike first potentially, and then see if Karl wants to charge me or not. So then I'll take a place of power then on my war song.
Yep.
I get it. Would you like to take a place
Nope,
of power?
I'm good,
I guess
thanks.
you're not going to countercast.
Nope.
Oh, just quickly, the other option I could have done is I could have taken their lands quite comfortably with my tree revenants, but Karl does still have 1 command point.
Yep.
And if he countercasts and teleports before I can teleport my tree revs,
With place of power +2 to cast.
Exactly.
-1.
It's
It's +1 still.
plus
on the
1, yeah,
counter.
it's very likely to happen, and I don't want to risk them then just not being able to do the battle tactic.
Exactly.
So this is the most feasible for me, and then I can think about that later in the game. Let's cast some spells. So my war song has +1 to cast right now, and I will cast a woods with my war song. It's a 5. I don't think that goes off.
I'm gonna combine anyway, so
Yeah.
9.
Fine. Then I'll try and cast the woods again with my branch witch, but this won't have +1 to cast. It's a 6. You've got an unbind on that as well.
Yep. I get a 4.
Okay, well, I think it goes off then. Let's set it up. And lastly, I'm going to try and banish the Krondspine to
Yeah.
get some damage on it.
8 plus.
Yeah,
Yeah, good
9.
on me. 9.
All right, here we are, back from movement. Everything has moved quite considerably. Let's run down the line quickly then. So my bow, I put up my woods here, and I've teleported my bows. They were 9 away from Karl's wizard, but then you nailed the 3-inch redeploy, which is exactly what you needed for me to be outside of 12 then from my bows. I've got 1 in range still because of the angle that he took. But I am threatening that objective and this side now with them, so that's quite good.
Yep.
Their positioning is quite good.
Yep.
I ran up, auto-ran with my last command point with the scythes, just so that I can try and take out this Krondspine, maybe the boat as well.
Yep.
And then they'll be able to seize the centre. If they fail the charge, I still get my BT, I just don't kill the Krondspine. So that's all I need to worry about. Got the run roll on the war song to take the battle tactics.
A nice 6.
Yeah, I needed a 4, I think, on the war song, which then, if I'd failed that, I could have made it then with the bows. But then the bows wouldn't have been able to do this play. They would have had to have run up into the middle here. So I wouldn't have, I didn't really want that.
And this is a good play, like some people might want you to know. Usually, I guess you would play them in the back, but
For covering
you
fire.
can't cover in fire while I have the ritual up. So you kind of have to play them aggressively.
Yeah, they're not
value.
going to be able to cover fire this game if I don't sort of move them up more. So that's why I'm playing them kind of aggressively.
Makes sense.
I have moved Belthanos back. I don't want him to be on his own where Karl can pick him up without me being able to punish Karl then. So if he goes in here now, I can then hopefully swing in with the sides. So it's a bit of a choice on where to go in these 2 positions. I've got everything largely wholly within 12 of my branch witch here, who's run up, and then I've teleported my tree revenants so that I have guarded hero on the branch witch also. My dryads are just taking this objective. Those eels are going to have a hard time killing the dryads because of -1 to hit and wound. So they're just going to tie you up.
Anything,
They'll tie you up nicely. And that's about it, I suppose. I'm playing my war song quite aggressively because I have the Seed of Rebirth. So even if you go into combat with her, she probably comes back to life and then heals and then...
Yeah, for sure.
So I like having the seed on the war song because you can really play the war song up front there. -1 to ward saves when you're within 12.
So good. So good.
So if you charge in here and I get the fight first on your turn, it's going to be scary for you again. So.
That means the Krondspine doesn't have any ward either. So
Exactly, that's true. No ward on the Krondspine.
probably toast.
So I've got 1 shooting attack to do, which we can just quickly do, I suppose. We've both got no command points.
Nope.
I'm -1 to hit you, so it's going to be hitting you on 5s with this Idoneth. No, nothing. All right, great. So that's the shooting phase.
Yeah.
We'll do some charges. Okay.
Start off with these then.
Yeah, we'll start off with the long one. I'm going to try and charge the bows in. They do nothing in combat, but it lets me take that objective.
I think it'll be a good trade though. He doesn't do much either.
No, exactly. Yeah, so I'll be able to take that objective and they'll just be able to stand there.
That as well, the objective. This is my primary for the ones wondering.
The one that's covered in
The one is covered
Idoneth.
in Idoneth,
So I need a double 6 here.
Yep.
No, it's a 10, a 9.
Not bad though.
Not bad, but not enough.
Yep.
It would have been fine if you didn't redeploy.
That's true.
Okay, then we'll do the sides. They need a 3. Again, it doesn't matter if I fail this, I still get my BT. It's a 7, so we'll be moving them in. You can't countercharge, so I'm just going to go down the line. Doesn't matter which order I do this in. I'm going to roll the Spite Revenants just to see what they get.
Yeah, just people. He activated the Belthanos ability on all the 3 units.
Exactly. Yeah, so the sides and the Spite Revs can run and charge. So Spite Rev charge, a 7. I'll measure up and see if I want to actually take that or not. But that's going to do it for my charges.
Yep.
So we'll move stuff in.
Let's do it.
Right then, I decided not to charge with the Spite Revenants. It wasn't quite long enough for what I was hoping I could do. And I also don't want to leave Belthanos hanging. I want, if Karl commits into Belthanos and fights into him, I want the Spite Revs to then be able to fight back as well. So, yeah, we'll see. I've set up for like a good double for me, but if I don't win it, it's going to be an interesting time for sure. Okay, so I have 1 combat to do.
Yeah.
And that's with the Kurnoth Hunters with scythes, and I'm going to put 4 of them into the Krondspine. Okay, that was it. They dealt with him, no problem.
They did a lot more than 6.
Yes, I think 12 damage in total. So that's the only combat that there is. So then it goes to scoring me up, I suppose.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I clearly didn't get the primary,
No.
But I did get 1 and 2, but not more as well.
No. Which I think is
It's interesting.
good.
Yeah.
It's good, I think.
Yeah. Underdog is quite nice. Right
Unless you take a double now. 'Cause
yeah,
now
then you become the underdog. Exactly.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm going to score 6 in total because I get my battle tactic as
Very
well.
nice.
Early season center is also nice to get done because I probably won't be able to do it late game. So then we'll do a roll off.
Yeah, let's do it.
See what's happening.
I get a 1, so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I got a 3.
Yeah.
Let's have a think then. Right, let's crack on. Sylvaneth turn 2. I'm going to take the double, which means you become the underdog, even though I'm the underdog with 6 points.
5 command points.
The reason why I'm doing this is I can comfortably score a 4-point turn.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be taking your primary, which I assume is that one over there again.
Yeah, that is going to be that one again.
I can't make you re-roll it because you're the underdog. But I'm going to just try and do as much damage as I can and move up the board as much as I can, basically.
There's a few reasons to it because, well, I don't have strike first right now.
No.
And the second one is that I threaten Belthanos a lot right now.
Yes.
And if he gives me the turn and I manage to kill him, means that I can outmaneuver the whole army for the rest of the game because you only move 5 and I
won't
move
have
14
run and charge.
And I have creeping mist. So like killing Belthanos would be huge.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I don't want him to die.
No.
Yeah, so I don't need a battle tactic, so I'm going to take some places of power. Only on my war song though. It's a 1. 1 damage, take 1 damage. Okay,
nice.
Would you like to take? You can't. So then we'll do some hero phase.
Yeah.
I will start with some casts. So I'm going to begin with my branch witch, who is going to try and cast a woods.
Yes.
A 5.
It goes down to 6, right?
Yeah, it's a 6.
All right.
Okay, then my war song rev is going to try and cast a woods.
Yep.
On a 9, not a 10 though.
Okay, I get an 11.
Crap.
Yeah, that's big.
That's really big.
Yeah. A little single here would have been very nice.
And then lastly then, my war song is going to try and cast a purple sun.
Yeah.
On a 9.
Very nice. 10. I'm going to do a magical intervention teleport on himself. It goes off on a 9.
Yep.
Just plus and minus 1.
Yeah, I get a 4 on my unbind.
Okay.
That's movement. Pretty aggressive. Let's talk you through it.
Yeah.
Teleported my tree revenants over onto the backline objective there just to secure that, so that's going to give me hold more for this turn. I've moved these dryads back to screen this objective out so that Karl can't teleport onto my backline objective. It's a relatively safe priority objective.
Exactly. Especially when I can force a reroll now as an underdog.
Exactly. Yeah. I have run up my Kurnoths with scythes to be able to do a little charge here.
Yeah.
And I've moved up my war song to give the 12-inch 6-up ward for me, and then minus one to ward for you.
Yeah.
So your turtle's a little less effective. I have moved Belthanos up in combat range of the boat, so he can activate and fight the boat.
Yeah.
I've moved the Spite Revenants up as well, so that they can activate and fight.
Yeah.
And then I've moved up my bows. I've teleported them back from this woods over to this woods, and they are finally able to shoot something. So they're all within 12 inches of this eel unit here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how this turn's going to go. I think it's going to be
neither.
quite similar to the Cities game. Either like shit
Grinding
guys,
forever, yeah.
or we just keep fighting in the middle for a long time.
Yeah.
But I have no clue. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I am on 5 of the 6 objectives right now, which does feel quite nice.
Holding all of it.
Yeah.
I did a little redeploy around the corner here.
You did?
With my Tidemaster.
Yes.
The Tidecaster.
So he's potentially out of dodge, but we'll see.
Yeah, I would have a little bit further would have been nice,
exactly.
but yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, one Kurnoth could just pick him up.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Kurnoths with bows are going to shoot into your eels, and I'm not going to all-out attack, but you have all-out defensed.
I have.
Yes, so I'm going to be hitting on 4s and wounding on 3s.
Yep.
Rend 1, but you're going to be on 3 up against this.
Yep.
So I'm not feeling too confident.
3 saves, 3 up saves. 2 go through. And
6
I
up
have
ward.
6 up instead of 5 then.
My war song allowed me to get 1 damage through. Okay. All right. That was a bit of a whiff. I did 1 damage.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to go to charge.
Yes. And who's Belthanos?
So
Activate.
Belthanos is going to activate his ability, and he's going to make it so that the Kurnoths can charge and the Spite Rev unit can charge, because they also ran.
Yep. Cool.
So we'll roll them up. I'm going to begin charges with the Kurnoth Hunters. A 3. I think I might need to re-roll
I
that.
think you do, yeah.
Okay, going to have to re-roll it, spend a command point. It's
There
a
we go.
5, that's enough, that's all we
Made it,
needed.
yep.
So we'll move them in. All right, I've moved them in, and the play here is I've moved them just only into combat with the boat, and I've stayed outside of 3 of everything else. Because now I'm able to activate them, pile them in and fight. And if Karl spends his last 2 command points on a counter charge here, it's no all-out defense for him, and then things start looking spicy. So I'm feeling relatively confident with this. Now I'm going to do exactly the same thing with Belthanos and these spites.
Basically, they can't fail the roll and they're not moving anywhere. So
Exactly. Yeah. So we can
we
roll
just
their
do that off
charges.
cam, yeah.
Well, no, we can roll them now because if I long bomb something, I might
Yeah,
be
sure.
interested.
That's
so
true.
we'll roll Belthanos. He got an 8,
Yeah.
so I'll move him in, and then I'll do the spites. They got a 5. So let's move, and we'll see where they end up.
Charge is done, basically.
Charge is done. Yeah, we've moved in.
Same principle, everything else out of 3.
Exactly. So now I need to get rid of this boat
Yeah.
so that you don't get +1 to your save.
Yeah.
That's the idea anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everything's outside of 3. I don't have, well, I have 1 combat ability. I'll check it off camera whether or not I can actually do it, but Belthanos is going to do his D3 mortal wounds into the boat. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if he can actually pick the boat. It does nothing anyway, so don't worry about it.
Okay. Don't have to look it up. Nice. Into combat.
Into combat. All right, so activation order is a little bit interesting here. I want to get rid of the boat. Because everything of mine charged, once the boat's gone, I can still then just pile and fight, basically. So that's what I want to try and do. To do so, though, I would love to get rid of the boat with the Spite Revenants, so that then Belthanos can fight something else. The problem here is that if the Spite Revenants want to all swing, which I probably need to try and kill the boat realistically, they're going to have to tag this eel unit. And if I do that, then Karl can pile that unit into the Kurnoths, and that might stop me getting them all into his hero, which I want to avoid as much as possible. So what I'm going to do instead is, it's kind of sad, but I'm just going to put all of Belthanos' attacks into the boat
Yep.
and see what happens.
Yep.
Don't roll a 6. Okay, it dies. All right, let's do the Kurnoth Hunters. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to swing with all of them. I could have, but then I would have been outside of wholly within 12 of my Branch Witch.
Yeah.
And that means that I don't want a chance of redeploy with the Branch Witch to be able to set up the fight first. I want to be able to fight first on them in Karl's turn.
Yep.
Because right now it's just 3 up and I get to fight first, which is really good. So, yeah, I'm just going to swing everything into your
Aspect of the storm.
aspect of the storm,
Yep.
which means I only hit on 4s and I don't get my additional rend
Exactly.
because they have anti-monster, but you ignore the
Yes.
beneficial weapon traits. So unfortunately, I don't know if this is going to do a lot, but we'll see.
Yep.
So let's go for it.
Yep.
Hitting you on 4s. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, I only hit with 5, which is not the average. Then we're wounding on 3s. Only 3. So it's rend 1.
So putting me on 3.
A 3 up, yeah.
I saved 2.
Okay, so 3 damage then.
And then a 6 up because of the war song.
Yeah. Okay.
Take 1. Okay.
1 damage. Awesome. This turn's gone great.
Okay, my Ishlaen guards are going to do 1 guy into the Kurnoth Hunters.
5 up, save 1 damage.
Yeah.
Save it.
Yeah.
And then the D3 damage from the eel.
Yeah.
Save it.
Okay.
All right.
Good story. You'll go.
You get to swing 2 of them into Belthanos.
Oh, yeah.
So D3 plus 1 damage on Belthanos.
So he takes 4.
And then he's got a 6-up ward thanks to my war song.
Yeah.
No, so he takes 4. Next up is the Spite Revenants.
Yeah.
They've piled in and they're going to swing in on this eel unit. All but 1 of them can attack. Good 6s.
Yeah. 7 at Ren nothing.
And 8 mortal wounds.
4, 5, 6, 7 at Ren nothing. So 4s. So I take 3. That's damage 1, right?
Yeah, so then you take 11 damage.
Wood 4. So that's 1 dead.
2 die then.
2 die, yes. So 2 eels died. The Isharann guards, exactly on the wound.
Yep.
And then my aspect of the storm is gonna try and
take Belthanos out.
Belthanos out because I might kill like one of these guys.
Yeah.
Don't care about that, so I'd rather he die.
Yep.
Well, hopefully.
So I'm going to all out defense.
Yep.
And hope for the best.
Yep. I am gonna start with the companions. Here we have 3s and 4s, no rend.
Okay. So 3 2+ saves.
Yep.
Save them.
Okay. Then
these are only damage 2 now, right?
These are damage 2 because I haven't charged. Yeah. But we do have 3s and 2s.
Okay.
Oh, dropping 3. Oh, hey. All wound though, rend 2.
4 up saves.
Yep.
Saving 2 of those.
Very nice. So 2 damage.
So 2 damage in total, 6 up ward from the war song, saving 1 of those. So he only takes 1. So you did 1 to me and I did 1 to you, basically.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. As you can see, Belthanos has moved.
Yes.
I've just, in the end of the turn, I had 2 things to do. I powered through with Belthanos onto Karl's Aspect of the Storm, did 2 mortal wounds there, brought him back here and then healed him 2 wounds. So he's now got 5 taken on Belthanos and he's a little bit safer where he is now. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting turn for you. Either way, I hold 1, I hold 2 and I hold more, but I don't have the primary and I couldn't do a battle tactic. So it is only 4 points.
Yeah.
So I'm only 2 points ahead right now.
Yeah.
And honestly, a bit of a whiff of a turn.
Yeah.
I killed 2 eels with my double.
Yeah.
This has not gone well.
It could have been a lot spicier, that's for sure.
I was honestly, when I was thinking about taking the double, I was like in my mind, yeah, your general's dead. But then after I'd taken the double, we realised I can only hit him on 4s. He ignores my extra rend. I had to kill the boat before I could hurt him. There was just all of these things that played in that just make him so
and also
tanky.
failing that, the woods with the purple sun and extra rend
purple
potential.
sun and wood. Like if I'd have woods, rend, purple sun, I would have been an additional 2 rend on these guys.
Yeah, that would have been very juicy.
And it would, he would have certainly have died. Well, I only hit 5 attacks, so you never know.
That's true, yeah.
But either way, I mean, yeah, we'll see what you can do. I've still got my strike first potential.
You do, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. That's
All right.
it. Over to you for turn 2.
Yes. So, for battle tactic, for Idoneths, I'm going to take their flanks. Yeah.
Just one thing we picked up also, we're not going to go back on it. I did 2 mortals to Karl's general. In hindsight, it would have been better to do the power through on the eel.
Yeah.
Because then if it'd taken 2 damage, you would have a harder take the flanks this turn.
Yeah.
But right now it's very easy with that eel retreating. So yeah, mistake from me, but it is what it is.
It happens. He is going to cast his War Scroll spell on these 3 units to basically make something with a con modifier or save.
Yeah.
I think it is. Don't know what I need. An 8, I think. I get a 9.
Okay, well, I'll try and unbind. I get an 11.
Yeah, there we go. Switch
Switch
rules.
yeah, finally.
Positions. Then he's going to do teleport on himself. Get a 10.
Very nice. I'll try and unbind. +1 from me.
Yeah.
And 11.
Okay.
Okay. Well.
Well.
I didn't get any spells last turn. You don't get any spells this turn.
Well. Then we are going to do Krondspine with this little guy in the back there. That's a miscast, so he's not doing that. That's 2 damage on him.
All right.
Tidecaster's doing his ritual, and I would most likely go with Creeping Mist to the shooting one, but my plan is to commit into those archers. So either most of them are dead, or because I want the +1 to charge basically and run. I don't get it anyway. So
all right.
either scenario.
I'm going to save my command point, so I'm not going to do anything in the hero phase.
Yep.
So it's movement.
Yep. Back from Idoneth movement. My take the flanks is secured.
Yeah.
my idea with the aspect of the storm, not this guy, aspect of the storm. He has I moved him here because I want 2 potentials. Basically, either I get a super long bomb charge, which I'm hoping, to get into the branch witch.
Yeah.
Or I'll just charge these guys. So that's kind of his play. Other than that...
Because he has retreat and charge, so
yeah,
that's how he's managed to.
The Tidecaster, he just ran up to this boat. The aspect of the sea is going to shoot into...
Yeah, my take the flanks unit over there.
Take the flank unit over there, yeah. Big blob here, moving up.
Yeah, that's
hopefully
terrifying.
going to do a dent into those ones.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're taking the flanks there.
Nice.
Then we're going to do some shooting.
Yeah.
We're going to do the aspect of the sea into Spite Revs.
Yep.
The Spite Revs took 3 damage,
Yep.
unfortunately.
So 1 wound left.
One wound left. Then the big turtle is going to shoot it into Belthanos.
No. Yeah, I'm not going to all out defense.
We have 3s and 2s.
Yeah.
I really want to all-out attack.
You need that charge reroll. You can't risk it.
I like to risk those things, but yeah, okay, we're not gonna risk it.
No.
It's 4s on 3s. Okay, dropping 1. And then it's on 2s. All wound, Ren
That's
2.
not good.
Ren 2.
So 5 up saves.
Yeah.
Save 1.
So that's 6 damage then.
This shooting is brutal.
Yeah.
6 up wards. Save 1. Take another 5 then.
Not enough. And that's my shooting, so we're gonna go into charges.
Yeah.
Aspect of the sea is gonna start with this.
If he gets in.
See what he gets.
Ah,
That's
okay.
not enough.
If he got in, he can always teleport himself somewhere else later, so it would sort me out.
I was like, aspect of the storm.
Yeah.
It's gonna charge.
+1.
Plus
No,
1.
your ritual didn't go off.
No, yeah. I was like, for what? That's a 7.
Ooh, is that enough?
We'll see. He made it exactly a 7.
Exactly what you needed.
And the other guys then, the turtle.
Yeah, needs a 3.
He got a 9.
Success.
Morrsarr guards
Yep.
charging. That's a
7.
7. Also enough. Charge effect from my turtle onto the bows. 5 mortal damage.
Very nice. Might just kill 1. No ward save, so 1 dies.
Okay. The Morrsarr guards are going to do their impact hits. Because it's no... it's 3 mortal damage.
Okay, very nice. 3 wards then.
Because they're not more units than me, so no pluses.
Fail my wards, so take another 3.
Turtle is starting off the combat with 7 attacks, crit mortals, and we have 4s and 2s.
And
3s and 2s actually.
Nice, because a companion. Yeah, really good. And also prize beast. Does that impact?
Oh yeah,
companion
that's
weapons?
true.
Yeah. So +2 to hit if you want.
Yeah.
I'm going to all out defense with my
Yeah.
last command point on this unit.
Yes, I'm not doing an all-out attack because I'm +1 hit.
Yes.
But I'm doing. I want 6s, but there's no 6s.
All right.
And then we have.
It's like the Terrorgeist all
2s.
over again.
But 5 though at Ren 1, Ren 2.
5 up saves on my Kurnoths.
Yeah.
Saving a big old 0.
Okay, well that's 3 damage apiece.
15 wards. 6 up wards. Saving 3 of them. So 12, and there's 3 on the unit, so 3 die.
Okay.
Okay, my swing. I could have gone with the Tree Revenants, but I've decided not to because instead I've been able to, I'm dropping dice all over the place, pile these Kurnoth Hunters so that they are now outside of combat range of those eels. So if Karl wants to swing with them, he's going to have to go into the Spite Revenants instead. That's my thinking anyway.
Yep.
And then I keep this unit alive.
Yep.
So I'm just going to swing into this turtle and do a big old 0 damage.
1 3-up save. I save it. Swinging in with a companion on the aspect of the storm here.
Yeah.
No Ren though.
No Ren, 5 ups. Save them all, apparently.
Okay,
But,
very nice.
Yep.
And then we have the bigger attacks.
Yep.
That's 3s. Yep.
Ooh.
Oops, no good. 2s.
Oh my
just
god.
1.
That's not good.
Nope.
Rend,
2.
straight through.
Damage 3.
Tree Revenants then, the 2 that lived, back into the aspect of the storm.
Okay. Saving on 4s. 3 6s.
Nice.
Damage 1.
Terrorgeist. Yep.
5 up. Saving
Nice. All good.
my Isharann Morrsarr guards, Morrsarr eels, they were... I really wish that I have killed these with this guy. And because then I would have used them to pile in with one guy here, who had like 3 of them in combat or something.
Yeah.
And then power through on them and land comfortably behind my turtle.
Which then would have allowed you to take this objective back.
Yes.
Because right now Karl is -3 to his control score if he's in combat with me.
Correct.
So yeah, you aren't able to take this objective off me.
Nope.
Unfortunately, there was only 1 that could make it on, so right now you're going to be 4 on this objective to my 4.
Yep. And I only have 1 command point, I can only do 1 power through.
Exactly.
So they piled away from everything, basically, and themselves within 6 of the turtle for his 5-up ward.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to power through over here with this guy instead.
Yep, sounds good.
And let's see what he gets. He gets a 3, though.
Okay, so 1 dies and 1 wound left in the unit.
Which means I hold 2 objectives.
Yes, but not more. I mean, it was unlikely you were going to hold more this turn anyway, so that doesn't really change anything. But you do get your battle tactic.
I do get my battle tactic, yeah.
So it's going to be 6 points.
Correct.
Very nice. Which puts me 4 points behind right now.
Yeah.
Into a prio for turn 3.
Yeah. A 6.
Okay, this is interesting because this is your fight first turn as well. A 6. That's now I have to think.
That's insane.
It is insane, but now I have to think because honestly, there's a lot of decisions to be made here. Okay, well, I got the 6, which means that I got choice. 1 in 6 chance of that happening. It's not that obvious. I think I would have felt kind of okay if Karl had won prio there. Obviously, he would have taken the turn, but still the turtle would have been locked up in combat. You know, I wouldn't have felt too bad. So, yeah, I'm going to play a relatively cagey turn because he has strike first on everything right now, and that's terrifying. So we'll see what I can do.
Yeah,
I only really want 1 turn of him striking first with everything. So, yeah, we'll try and make sure that there isn't that much that I lose this turn.
Yep.
Battle tactic, I'm going to try a Reclaim the Realms. Okay, hero phase. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to try and, first of all, summon a woods with my war song. It's a 5, so it fails. Then I will attempt to summon a woods with my branch witch instead. On an 11.
Double 6.
No. Okay, well, we'll set our woods up then. Okay, last cast, I'm going to cast, with my war song, I'm going to try and put additional rend when I'm wholly within 9 of that woods.
Very nice.
5, roll your unbind. Okay,
3.
well, we'll check if it goes off. I don't think it does, though. I think it's a 6 for sure. That's going to conclude
because the range of that one is equal to the trees, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's wholly within the tree range, basically.
That's
so
nice.
with the 2-piece wood, it would be a 9.
Very nice.
That's going to do it for my hero phase. Would you like to do anything?
Yes, please. I'm going to try and do a little sneaky Krondspine with
Nice.
with aspect of the sea. Nope.
Okay. Then we will move.
Yep.
Cool. We've moved.
Sure have.
I've got sauce in my beard. Great. Let's go through it. Reclaim the Realms. I'm achieving with my Spite Rev over in the corner there, with the backup of the Warsong Revenant. In this corner, I have my 1 health Tree Revenant, just teleporting around, securing me the battle tactic.
Yeah.
In this quarter, I have Belthanos, a Branch Witch, and some Dryads. Plenty of options.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, not the Branch Witch. Belthanos and the Dryads. And then lastly, in that quarter, I have the Kurnoth Hunters, depending on whether or not they get to charge. But then I have the Branch Witch as well.
Yep.
So battle tactics should be secured unless there's something crazy that's going to happen. I have auto-ran the Kurnoth Hunters there, so that they have now... Karl did a 1-inch redeploy, classic, 1 inch.
Yeah.
So they have an 8-inch charge on the Kurnoth Hunters there to try and get into your Eidolon.
Yep.
Who is full health, right, after your rally?
Full health now, yeah.
Yeah. Then I also ran the Spite Revs onto that objective there. They might charge a boat or a little hero or something. We'll see. Because I can run and charge still. Belthanos luckily is still alive. And I retreated my bows over here, mainly just to force Karl to spend his last 2 command points if he wants to countercharge. If he does, then he's got none in his turn, and I'm okay with that. So that's the idea there. So that's it for my movement. As I said, you did a 1-inch redeploy over there. I can't shoot anything because my bow's retreated, and you're not going to counter shoot, I assume.
I am not, no.
So then we'll just do some charges.
Yeah.
Going to be starting with the Kurnoth Hunters. They need an 8 to get in, and I've got a reroll. So here's hoping. I mean, they're probably going to do no damage again, but we'll see. 8 on the dice. It's a 5. I'm going to re-roll it.
Okay. Is it going to be a 7?
It's a 6.
So they don't make it
They
in.
don't make it in. All right, very sad. Then we'll charge with the Spite Revenants over there
Yeah,
on a 7.
they make it.
So we'll move them in. I've moved the Spite Revenants in. The Kurnoth unfortunately failed. And you're going to countercharge, I believe, with your last 2 command points. Is that right?
That's correct.
Cool.
Basically because this charge was a fail. Otherwise I would have liked an all-out defense.
Yes. But now you've got 2 free command points.
I do like commands on my turn, but I believe in my dice next turn. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
He's gonna charge into the, well, doesn't
turtle.
matter. Doesn't matter where, but
No.
9 he gets at least.
Okay, nice.
The turtle made it in, like you guys saw, 9-inch.
Yeah.
He failed his impact mortal
Rolled a 1,
damages. With a
unfortunately.
1.
Yeah.
Would
So it's
have
going to
been
be on the
nice.
combat attacks.
Yes.
And no all-out attacks.
I am not confident in that combat attack, but
We'll see.
we'll see.
I'm
couple
hoping.
Of, couple of 6s and we're good.
Exactly. Then let's fight, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I start.
You do.
For combat, I'm starting,
Yeah.
obviously.
It's the Idoneth turn.
Yes. And I am starting with my little Tidecaster.
Yeah.
And she has a shark, like you can see, and that's companion attack.
Oh, really?
So 3s and 4s.
Okay. Okay. All right.
And then she has her other attack,
Yeah.
and that is 3s and 4s. Nothing.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
I would say now it's me, but carry on.
Turtle time. 7 big attacks.
Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s. Well, hitting on 3s.
Oh yeah.
Because,
Prize beast, companion weapon, all that jazz.
So many buffs, yeah. But what about 2 6s?
Okay, that's 6 mortals.
Yeah.
And everything else hits.
Nope.
No,
2
misses.
2s.
Okay. 2s.
Dropping 1 there as well, so 2 and 2.
2 at rend 2, so that's 2 6-up saves.
Yep.
No. So that's 12 damage.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to live. Oh, they don't even have a ward because they're not on the objective anymore.
Well, there we go then.
That's them dead. They shot once all game and did 1 damage.
Oh yeah.
400 points.
Okay, they're dealt with. That
Yep.
makes me slightly happier with my count charge, but still not happy that I had to do it. So that's it for my combat.
Spite Revenants, I'm doing 5 and 5. 5 into the boat, 5 into the Tidecaster. Starting off into your little wizard that could.
No mortals.
0 6s.
No mortals. Ooh. Whoop, force.
Okay,
He's dead.
we get him. Grand. Then into the boat. 1 mortal. Okay, so 31 attacks, 1 6.
4 up save. It takes 2.
2, so 3 damage on the boat. It doesn't even die. I mean, that would have been 1 damage onto the other hero, so didn't really change anything. Okay, that's it for combats. The only
Well,
thing
that means I get to swing with this
Oh yeah,
one
of course, I tagged him in combat, so yeah,
Yeah.
you get to fight with that guy. 2 Spite Revenants died from the aspect of the sea.
And I needed 6. Alas.
Yes, so I get that objective as well, which is nice. So I currently hold all objectives but 1 right here, but we'll see how long that lasts. So then we can go to end of turn and scoring. To start with, I'll heal Belthanos. He keeps healing a little bit at a time. 1 health. So then it's going to be hold 1, hold 2, hold more, hold primary, and battle tactic.
Shit!
Full 10 points.
All right.
Not bad.
Good turn.
Yeah, absolutely. Which means that it's now going to be turn 3, Idoneth.
All right.
Strike first phase is still in effect.
Let's do it. I'm gonna do attack on 2 fronts because I hold no objectives.
Warm.
One, so should be possible.
Yeah, I hope so.
And then I don't have any place of power. Well, I do there, but he's not gonna unbind anything. So
He's not a hero either.
he's not a hero either. So
Don't worry about it.
so it will be impossible.
Yeah,
actually.
exactly. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go straight into my primary objective.
Yeah,
Actually.
right. That's an exciting one, isn't
I
it?
forgot about that. Yeah. Because I'm an underdog as well. So Tom chose that one.
This with the Dryads on as
With
the primary
Dryads.
objective.
I tried to make him re-roll, but I got a 3.
Yeah,
So
a reroll would have been good because then it would have been one of these 3, and that's a freebie for you, basically.
that would have been very nice right
Yes.
now. But we're gonna play without it.
Yep,
So we're gonna start off with the Krondspine from my aspect of the sea.
sounds good.
Nope.
Okay.
We're gonna do a teleport on my little Isharann guard.
Yep.
I do get that one with a 11.
Double 6. No, you get it.
Teleported my Isharann guard to that objective over there. That's it for my hero phase.
Nice. I'm not going to do anything because I want to save for a counter charge,
Yes.
or pretend to save for a counter charge. Just having 2 is threatening,
Yeah, definitely.
so I want to hold on to 2 until the charge phase, basically.
That makes sense.
Yep.
So, with that said, I'm gonna go into movement.
Cool.
Okay, I have moved with all my units, basically. We are basically charging with everything and pushing forward with everything.
Yeah.
No, not the, but I know that Balthanos has a cheeky little rampage, but
Yes, he does.
I
Let's hope he gets a 3+. Yep. So you're trying to commit onto this objective, basically. Because I have the counter charge, there's no point in, like,
No,
not
exactly.
committing. So.
no, yeah, and then we're charging there as well.
Yeah.
And this
The
one,
eels.
so like here, for example, I have 8 and Tom have 7, so I have that
On the
one
objective, yeah.
without killing anything. But he is in combat, so if they do fail the charge, it's very sad. But at least I have the objective.
Yeah, because you don't have a reroll right now.
No, exactly.
Yeah, because
Because he has an ability
Yeah.
that ignores the negative modifier for
Exactly.
Idoneth wholly within 12 of him.
Yes.
So,
So
the
even
minus
though you're
3
in
doesn't matter.
combat with me, the -3 doesn't matter. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he doesn't have shooting combat, so he didn't shoot.
Nope.
The turtle shot into Balthanos, failed
I
everything by
saved it.
1 and was saved.
Yep.
Cool as a cucumber.
Charge me then.
Yes, we're starting with these ones then.
Yes.
It's a 5 and a 2.
Okay.
They made it in. I'll do their impacts in a bit.
Yep.
Then we'll charge with the big turtle boy.
Yeah. 6.
6. He also makes it in. Isharann guards are also going to go into Dryads and do nothing.
Probably.
5. They make
Yeah,
it in.
they're in.
My aspect of the storm.
Yep.
9.
Nice. Rip Dryads.
So I finished charging there, and I am not putting Balthanos in combat with anything else than the turtle because of his rampage.
Yeah.
So for example, if I had these eels tagged here or this guy, he would just flip over, and the ones that have the highest chance of killing him is this turtle, I think. So that's why nothing else is in combat with him. So
Yeah,
if he does
makes
the
sense.
rampage on the turtle then and lands wherever, at least he gets to swing.
Yeah, and also because this is the primary objective,
Exactly.
it makes sense. Because if I could do it on either of these 2 units, I could
And
put
just land
Balthanos
on the
on
other
this
side.
objective as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and that would be quite bad.
yes.
So we're going to do a impact over here.
Oh yeah. Oh dear.
So 2 D3 and then 3 mortal damage.
Okay.
And the D3 is 6,
Oh,
so
so 9.
9 damage.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That was the same as last time, actually.
Yeah, but you do have a little warden.
Oh, I do have a ward, yeah. Excellent. 6 up wards from my war song.
Yep.
Saving 3 of those, actually, so 3 die.
Nice. And my turtle, unfortunately, is... I didn't think of charging into the Dryads, so he's not doing any mortal impacts,
Oh, yeah, right.
because it's only infantry.
Yeah, I'd have to end within 1 inch as well, so
Yes,
it's
that's
a bit
true.
of a bit of a squeeze.
Bit of a squeeze.
Yeah, I'm not going to counter charge
No.
because there's no need now. So I
Exactly,
can just save for an all-out defense, basically.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I do have a combat ability with my eels to give you one less attacks on.
That's nice, on the Dryads.
On the Dryads. They do, yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, awesome. My combat phase abilities then.
Yeah.
So my Branch Witch will do 3+ fight first on Belthanos. Probably not going to matter, but it forces you to go with the turtle first.
Yeah. I mean, I strike first with every. Oh, but yeah,
Yes,
exactly. Yeah.
exactly. So fight first on Belthanos.
Yeah.
Then I'll do my woods here,
Yeah.
hitting your two big monsters. So on a 4+, no, okay. I think it's 4+, it might be 4+ per unit.
Yeah.
On the turtle, 1 mortal wound.
Take it.
All right, 1 of 16. I mean, he's never going to die this game anyway, so doesn't really matter. Then Belthanos
Yeah.
is going to use his ability
Yeah.
to do a little ninja teleport
Yeah.
on the turtle. I missed.
That was an insane miss.
3 mortals.
You made it. 3 mortals.
Yep.
I save 1.
Okay.
So because you got the strike first on Belthanos,
Yep.
I do have to go with my turtle first.
Yes.
Starting off with the turtle's harpoons and sticks and stuff. The guys on top.
Onto Belthanos.
Onto Belthanos.
I've all out defensed.
Yes, and he's within 12 of the storm aspect.
So the pokey sticks get +1 to wound.
Yes.
Awesome.
So it's 3s and 3s. We hit 2. We wound 1. Rend 1.
Rend 1 on this.
Yeah.
Scary. 3+. Fail.
Ooh, 1 damage.
Okay. Yep. Take 1.
And then we have the big turtle attacks.
If you roll 2 6s here, he dies.
Okay. What about 3?
What about 4?
What about 4? He's toast.
12 mortals.
Belthanos is dead. That means I get to swing with everything else without worrying.
Yep.
So, eels in the corner here, the Morrsarr eels. They swung and they killed.
Yeah, easy.
Bites. Done
Super kill.
deal. Over to the other side.
Yes, Dryad, time to tank.
Yes, Ishlaen guards swinging in. We have the Ishlaen guards.
Yep.
They are going to be hitting on 3s and 3s with this companion attack.
-1 to hit and wound.
So 4s and 4s.
Yep.
Okay, drop a lot. So 2 and run 1.
2 rend 1, so 2 6-up saves.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Nice, nice.
Sure. 1 died to the eels.
It's insane how tanky they are.
Yep. Let's see what your boss can do.
So he has 3s and 2s.
Base.
Yeah, so 4s and 3s, but he has +1, so 4s and 2s.
Oh, he gives +1 to himself as well.
Yep.
Nice.
Every Idoneth. So
4s and 2s.
4s and 2s. 1. 1.
Okay, rend on that 2.
Rend 2, damage
Straight
3.
through. Yeah.
Okay, cool stuff. And then,
then the companion attacks.
5s and 3s. Oh, 5s and 5s. So that's nothing.
Nothing. So 3 damage.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it for the combat. I did exactly what I expected, basically.
So you hold 3,
Yeah.
so 1 and 2, but not more,
Not more, because
and not the primary.
over there I am 7.
Right now you're,
2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 5.
and I'm 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I keep this objective.
I wish I had a command point.
Are you
for,
even 5? They're 4, -3, so 1.
Yeah.
And then he's 5 -3, so 2.
Yeah.
So you're 3 right now to my 6.
Yeah, yeah.
So I kept it even if 3 Dryads lived.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Insane. So yeah, 6 points for the turn then.
On to Baltic, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which ties the game. Ties the
Okay.
game. Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's roll off for turn 4 then.
A 2.
Okay.
How do you do that every time?
A 4.
4, yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Let's have a think. Right then.
Yep.
Sylvaneth turn 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the turn. Don't think there's much point in giving Karl the turn. I've got a relatively easy battle tactic with take their lands. It's just the last turn that I'm going to struggle with.
Yeah.
But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Indeed.
Can't think about it too much.
No.
So yeah, take their lands, and I'm going to do the old classic Sylvaneth play where I'm just going to do it on my own woods over there.
It's very, very nice.
Yeah, because it's pretty easy to do. Because even if you try and teleport to shut it down, then I just charge the thing that teleports and kill it. So
Yeah,
it
I'm
works.
not going to do that.
No, it works in my favour.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to take place power, and neither are you, I assume.
No.
So then, oh, I will actually on my branch witch. I just saw that I'm there next to that one. Cool.
Oh, look at that.
So then I'll cast some spells.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to throw out a bunch of endless spells
There we
so
go.
that I can have some stuff to fight you, I suppose.
Yeah.
So let's start off with a purple sun.
Yeah.
This is from the War Song. So
Yeah.
on an 8.
We'll try and get rid of that with a 10.
Okay. Then the War Song will cast a Gravetide
Yeah.
on a 9.
Ooh, okay. We're trying to get rid of that one as well. I would have saved my Unbind for a Woods, but he has 3 Woods out already, so
Yeah.
we'll go with this one as well.
Oh,
It's a 5.
okay.
It's a good start.
Okay, all right. So I'll set up the Gravetide. Right, then lastly, I'm going to throw out a Shackles with my Branch Witch on a 7.
Yep.
All right, then the damage from the Shackles on the Turtle first. Nothing. Now the one that matters.
Exactly the same, please.
No, thank you. On the Eel. 2.
Ah!
We get him. That does it for the hero phase,
For you,
for me. Then what do you want to do?
I would like to cast
Yes.
a teleport.
Exciting.
Teleporting my Morrsarr guards.
Yep. See it. Oh, okay.
It's a 5. Goes off on a 6.
Yeah, it's a 6. That's a cheap teleport. Nice. Well, unfortunate. Let's move then. Back from movement. Turn 4, Sylvaneth. I've kept my Dryads in combat in the off chance that they survive. It would be nice if they did. I have teleported my lone Tree Revenant. I mean, just having a unit of Tree Revs in your list, if they don't die, like, it's so great to just be like, oh, I'm over here now.
Yep.
Take this objective.
Should have been dead, but...
Freebie. So, stealing this objective from Karl.
Yep.
I have teleported my Colonel from the woods at the back there over to this one. Reason being was I was set up for a 9-inch charge then on either the Turtle or this unit of Eels.
Yep.
And Karl redeployed the Turtle because that's what he should
Got a
do.
6,
Got
yeah.
a 6, which means, but I still have a 9-inch charge though because of the.
For sure. But you're
is
not
that.
getting your anti-monster against my turtle list.
No, that's true. Unfortunately, I would have liked to have seen the sides actually do. I'd like to have seen anything in my list actually do anything this game, but it hasn't
That's
really.
true, yeah.
I have just been playing with movement.
You've been playing the game.
I've been playing the movement, not the killing.
Yeah,
The killing game.
for sure.
Yeah, Dryads is chilling because they're not going to die. They'll tank that for days, and I'm taking my battle tactic there with my war song. So that is it there. We won't shoot with anything. You can't counter shoot because you're redeployed.
Yeah.
So then we'll charge.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the Gravetide is a 9-inch charge, and I can't re-roll it, so we'll start there.
Yep.
10
That's all you need.
seems good.
Turtle or Eelsis.
I'll check the turtle, see if he can go in there. I'm not sure if he can, but we'll measure that up in a second. Should have started here, though, with that roll.
Yeah.
The Kurnoths, needing a 9-inch charge, will go there next.
With a reroll.
5,
Do you need the reroll?
re-rolling.
What are we getting? 50-50, you said, Alfred, is the percentage.
8.
Ah.
Tragic.
Well.
Tragic. So I'm not going to be holding more this turn.
And now they're very far away from everything.
Yeah, but they're near relevant objectives, at least.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
But yeah, unfortunately, not going to be taking this objective then, which means I'm not going to be holding more this turn. So I lost 2 points because of that charge. But yeah, not much I can do about that. Let's move this Gravetide in and then fight.
Yeah.
That's charges done.
Yep.
So then we have charge phase or combat phase abilities.
Yep.
And what I'm going to do is some mortal wounds with this woods.
Yep.
So on your hero, nope. On your
Okay.
turtle, nope.
Okay.
2 1s. Then we will do. That's it, actually, I think, for
That's
combat
it.
phase abilities. So,
Fighty.
fighty. Okay, we're going to start combat off with the Gravetide.
And I'm gonna do a reaction for an all-out defense.
You scared?
I am.
Makes sense.
I mean, I don't need to do it anywhere else. So.
No, that's fair. Okay, so
and I have the boat, so...
True. Two's to hit. 2 ones. 3's to wound. 3.
3 ups. 2 3-ups.
So 2 damage.
Yep. I'm gonna use my turtle, and I'm gonna pile in on this tree.
To fight some Dryads.
To find some dryads. Here we go.
-1 to hit and wound.
7 6s.
Yeah.
-1, I don't know what that is.
4s and 2s.
So he is 3s and 2s. So
Yeah.
4s and
4s and 2s.
2s.
4s and
yeah, because
2s.
plus 2.
Yeah, but
plus
not
1.
on the companion.
True.
4s and 3s.
4s and 3s.
Seems good.
Okay. No 6s.
Okay, but a lot of hits though.
Yeah.
3s?
3s. 4 at round 2.
Yeah.
So,
I think they're dead.
yeah, they're dead.
All right. See you later, Dryads.
I did it.
Success. Okay, we've whipped through all the other combats. The Gravetide stood no chance and died after doing 2 damage to the eels. After the Dryads died, you activated your hero here and did 3 damage into the woods. And that's about it.
Yep.
Scoring.
Yeah.
I hold 1.
Yeah.
I hold 2.
Yeah.
But I don't hold more.
No.
There was 2 opportunities for me to hold more,
Yeah.
and they were making this 9-inch charge
Yep.
and stringing onto this objective,
Yep.
or the Dryad surviving.
Yep.
Neither of which happened. So unfortunately, I lose hold more, and there was no way I was getting the primary anyway.
No.
So in total, I get 6 points for this turn.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm 6 ahead, but it's your turn 4.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I am going to slay the tyrant for a little branch witch.
Seems good.
Going down, and then
You've taken my bait.
oof. Yeah.
6-inch redeploy. That's the only play I've got.
That's true. Choose a primary, please.
Oh, right, yeah. Good question, actually.
Tom chose that one.
This one in the corner as a primary. 5+. This underdog coming in clutch.
2.
All right. So, yeah, that's the primary.
With that, I'm going to cast.
Yep.
My aspect of the sea is going to do a teleport.
Okay.
Goes off on a7.
I'll try and unbind. Nope, you get it.
Okay. I teleported outside of unbinding. And here comes the Krondspine. On a 13. So.
Yeah, that does it. Doesn't matter about the outside of unbinding range.
Yeah, exactly. Casting done.
Yeah.
Krondspine and teleport.
Yep, I'm not going to countercast.
Yep. So, movement.
Yeah.
I have finished my movement, and I am surrounding Le Branch Witch.
Yes.
Who made a 1-inch redeploy, of course.
Exactly.
So, staying there.
No, the Branch Witch wanted to fight. That's
true.
why.
That's true. Strike first, you know.
You know, exactly. I leave
gonna-
the decision to the Branch Witch.
Yes. The Morrsarr Guard are moving closer to snuggle with the war song. And, yeah, Krondspine can't move, but it's being annoying with the teleport. So
Yeah, and a
nice.
9-inch charge as well.
Yeah. So, I'm going to shoot with my turtle.
Yep.
It's going to shoot into the war song.
Yeah,
because she has flies.
Sounds good, but also sad.
Yeah. So I'm going to do an all-out attack for this one. So putting me on 2s and 2s.
Rend.
2. There's 1-1, of course. And another 1. So 2.
Straight through.
So 6 damage. Why is there always 1s in there, eh?
Ward save. 5 damage.
That's it for the shooting, because I teleported too far away from this guy. So and yeah, no counter shooting. So
Nope.
we'll go into charges.
Yeah.
We'll start off with these eels over
Yeah,
here.
this is the mortal damage incoming.
That's 9. Mortal impact straight away.
Yeah.
Couple of 6s maybe. No 6s. So 1 mortal damage.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's really relevant,
Yeah.
because I can't die from it.
Yeah.
6-up ward. So, yeah, 1 health left.
Okay. 1 wound left.
Yep.
Love it with that Seed of Rebirth. So we're gonna charge with my Aspect of the Storm.
He thinks he can take a branch witch.
6.
He's wrong.
I mean, he killed like what, 1 dryad, so.
Yeah, exactly. This is also just 1 dryad, so
Yeah,
it's fine.
just slightly worse.
Exactly.
At tanking, at least. The Ishlaen Guard.
Yeah.
6.
Oh, I saw the 1 and got excited.
Yeah. The turtle is charging.
Oh, spicy. 4.
Charge is completed.
Yep.
Made it in with the 4.
Yep.
Um,
Potentially just fight in the woods, but...
yes, we're gonna start with the turtle and swinging into.
Well, are you? My branch witch is going to make a self-fight first on a 3+.
Oh, that's true.
No. Damn.
Damn it.
Then this woods is going to do damage to your...
Of course.
No.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Then
it
we're
doesn't
fine.
matter. I mean, if none of your stuff goes off, it doesn't matter anyway. Are you within 6 of her?
Looks like it. Turtle swinging into the war song
Yeah.
with his companion. 6 mortals.
Yeah, okay. I think we can just roll that, to be honest with you.
Oh, you still have 3 saves, okay?
Do you want me to roll those saves
Now
there?
go in with the mortals.
Okay. 6 mortal wound saves. No, he's dead. And
So
then,
she comes back.
on a 2+, I don't die. I don't die. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swing with my branch witch in the chance that I maybe kill some eels and reduce the damage that I take slightly, but
Yeah.
let's do that.
Yeah.
3's to hit. 1. 4's to wound. Okay. Well, that
Okay.
was quick. Over to you then.
That was sad. Morrsarr guard swinging away.
The eels kill the war song.
Yep. Which means my battle tactic has succeeded. Then my Aspect of the Sea, the storm, I mean, is going to swing into the branch witch. He's going to spend my last coin point to do an attack, so it's 2s and 2s on this
Yep.
one.
Because you want this to be happening.
I need this to be happening, yeah. We have 5 at round 2.
Is this damage 3?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's 15 damage with
Okay.
no ward.
Okay.
So that's the most splattered branch which you'll ever
Should
going to see.
do it, yeah. The Ishlaen guards did no damage? 1 damage?
1 damage
To the
to the
tree?
tree.
Okay, cool. And that's it for the combat.
Great.
I completed my battle tactic twice.
Success. Double down on
Double down on it, yeah.
it. Yeah.
And I hold more,
Yeah, you have 5 objectives
but
right
not the
now.
primary.
No, not the primary.
So another 8.
8 points then,
8
yeah.
points,
So you're in the lead by 2 going into turn 5. I think this is your game. I've
Yeah.
killed 4 models from your army, so
Yeah.
a 1.
A 1 you can. Bouncing on the edge.
A
Okay,
5.
you got it.
All right, I'm going to take the turn. I'm going to take the turn.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is attack on 2 fronts.
Yep.
I'm planning on trying to get a 10-point turn in my last turn. I can't actually physically get a 10-point turn because although I have less points, unfortunately I'm not the underdog, so I can't force you to re-roll any primary objectives. So I'm assuming one of those 2 is going to be the primary.
Yeah, we'll pick this one.
Yeah, right in the corner there. So I'm not going to be able to take that. So what I'm going to do is just go to my hero phase. And the only thing I can do in my hero phase, and the only thing I want to do in my hero phase, is rally that Spite Revenant over there that's been living there in the corner the whole game.
Yeah.
Rally on the Spite Rev. Get 1 back and heal the wound.
Ooh. I'm going to try and teleport my Aspect of the Sea. And he's going to pick
usual.
it himself.
Yep. Well, it goes off.
He goes off on something.
Yeah, an 8.
He's going to go here.
Cool.
That's it?
So that stops me from holding more,
Yes.
basically. Unless, for whatever reason, he can't kill 2 Spite Revenants.
I mean, he ignored the
Oh,
modifier
he ignores the
thing.
modifier.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah. Okay, cool. That's it. So then we move.
Yes, sir.
I have moved my stuff. The teleport, unfortunately, has screwed over any plans that I had of holding more this game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have teleported these Kurnoth Hunters over here. They were 9 away from these eels, but then Karl nailed a 5-inch redeploy.
Not a 1 this time.
No, very nice. I put 2 on this objective to ensure, because Karl had a counter charge here with these eels onto the tree, he could have then put all models on this objective. So if I'd have taken this only with 1 model, then I would have failed my battle tactic.
Yeah.
But now I've got my battle tactic secured because I've got my last remaining Tree Revenant here on the centre objective. So that's attack on 2 fronts done. And then I've moved up the Spite Revs in the off chance that they survive against the Krondspine. He is hitting on 4s, and they make that charge. They can strike and fade from this woods, and we'll see if that matters.
Yeah.
But they probably won't live. So yeah, that's it for my turn. You did a redeploy. I'm not going to shoot. You're not going to shoot, I assume.
Nope.
So then we'll just charge.
Yep.
And all I've got is those Spite Revs.
Wait, I made this one.
I didn't swing because I can't be bothered into the Krondspine, so you can hit me and see if they live.
Yeah.
4s.
3
Damn.
fails.
2s.
1 fails, so 2 of them.
Okay, I would naturally have all-out defensed.
Yeah.
2 saves. 3
Yes.
saves. 2 saves.
2.
6s. No, they die. Okay, well there goes that idea.
Yeah.
Slash plan, slash play.
Yep.
And that's it for my turn.
Yep.
So I will hold 1 and 2,
Yep.
but not more, unfortunately. I don't hold the primary because it's that one over in the corner, but I do get my battle tactic. So it's a 6-point turn for me, which puts me ahead by 4. But yeah, you're probably about to score around 8 or 10 points. So
I think so.
yep,
We'll see.
yep.
Into my turn. So I am going to do Reclaim the Realms.
Yes.
I'm set up for that because I'm so fast. And I'm not going to do any Place of Power because he's over there. And you don't have any heroes. So
I don't.
he's going to do a teleport.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
And that's it. So into movement.
Cool.
We're back from my movement.
Yeah, and basically the end of the game.
And the end of the game as well, yeah. I have succeeded with the Reclaim of the Realms with these 4 here, and I'm away from 12 from everything, so no counter charges and so on.
Exactly. No counter charges, no redeploys. I can't shut down the battle tactic at all.
Yeah. And I hold more. 1, 2, more.
Yes, but then I chose this one as the primary.
Yes.
And the reason being, if you did commit onto this to try and get those 2 points, I could counter charge you.
Yeah.
And potentially, I don't know, maybe screw up your battle tactic potentially, if I got a 12-inch counter charge, for example. But alas, you didn't commit here, so either way, it's an 8-point turn.
Yeah, which puts us on what in the end, Alfred?
It puts us on 32, 36.
32, 36 to Idoneth.
Very nice.
Sir.
Thank you for the good game.
I think a win, a deserved win,
Yeah.
because I killed 3 eels and a little foot hero all game.
Yeah. We will be back talking about that in the wrap-up.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Thank you very much for sticking with us in that one and making it to the end.
Yep.
36 points to the Idoneth, 32 points to the Sylvaneth. And we'll do like a quick wrap-up then and discuss pivotal moments, favourite drops.
Yeah.
So I'll kick it off. I'm pretty disappointed with the Sylvaneth showing in terms of killing ability, that is. What was it that killed your 3 eels?
The
Spite Revenants.
Spite Revenants killed 2.
Killed 2, and then the
shackles.
The shackles managed to kill the last.
Yeah.
So basically my Spite Revenants killed your eels
And
your little hero.
Yeah.
Everything else did nothing except for run around the table and try and score points. It does go to show, though, like the amount of game that Sylvaneth has,
Yeah.
even though they don't kill stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I just played the movement phase this game, only. It was just movement, teleporting, maybe a charge to get some movement here or there. But the fact that I didn't really kill anything goes to show that 4-point difference even then at the end, just because I managed to move around successfully. So if I'd have been able to kill some stuff, it would have been great.
It shows you very good though as well that how important Age of Sigmar is around playing the battle plan, like
Yes.
playing the map. You win by playing the map. I know sometimes, for me as well, I really want to commit into everything, but that's not always the move.
No.
And you had the potential to do that in my strike first phase, I think, but that would not have achieved anything.
No, exactly. There was no point. So I just went for scoring instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we knew going into this game that the Idoneth turn 3 was going to be a big pivotal moment. So in my mind, my play was to do as much damage as I physically could to as much as possible within the first 2 turns. And unfortunately, you managed to get your ritual off, which meant that my bows did nothing for the first 2 turns.
Yeah.
And then also when the sides actually went in, they did nothing.
Yeah.
So I think at the end of your turn 2, I'd killed 2 eels.
Yeah.
And that was it with the spite revs.
Yeah.
So despite that, I still managed to hold on with some units until the end of the game. I was actually expecting you to kill me a lot faster given that situation. But I managed to stay away from you quite well and just feed you like little units to kill basically.
Yeah. And you're also quite tanky though. So it's,
relatively
it's a bit hard
tanky.
to,
Yeah, definitely.
at least the kernels are hard to commit into because you just never know.
Yeah.
If you fail a lot against the sides, they just smack you basically.
I would love to see the sides actually like swing.
Yeah.
But they never got the chance to.
No.
And it's rare that they do. I don't know what the solve is. As you saw, as Karl was saying, right, Belthanos needs to be alive for them to be relevant.
Yeah. As soon as he's dead, I have 14-inch move, or
And I have
against
5.
anything that has, high movement is a struggle.
Yeah, I have 5-inch move, you have 14-inch move, and I'm not catching up with you then, ever.
No.
So the sides, as you saw, were just always out of range of everything after Belthanos died. So interesting though. I would say favourite drop for me was probably the Dryads.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to need to watch our previous Sylvaneth battle reports back. I don't know if I've said the Dryads multiple times or not.
I think you said Branch Witch last time the reason
potential.
That for the struggle that opponent can have.
Yeah, exactly.
Never
I mean, it's still relevant. But
it's for sure relevant. It wasn't as much in this game because I just
so fast though. That's the problem.
And I just I just never wanted to commit into the sides. So.
Against like Nurgle or slower armies or something, I can put 6 sides in the middle of the board, like I did, as a wall, with a Branch Witch behind.
Yeah.
And I know that they're going to get in combat. But against you, you can just go, okay, well, I'm going to be all the way around the edges instead.
Yeah.
And then the sides aren't doing anything. Yeah. And you're not going to charge them either.
No, exactly.
So yeah, it's tough. The only way really for the sides to do damage there is to
commit themselves.
And they did 1 damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with the Dryads for my favourite drop. Always dependable, never die, fantastic, love them.
The Revenants as well are nice though.
The Revenants did work this game.
Yeah.
Just with that one guy living, teleporting around all game, fantastic.
Very good.
Yeah.
Sure.
What about you then?
Yeah, I think everything did really well honestly in my list for sure.
Definitely.
The turtle I have always... So I played Idoneth a few times before, never with a turtle, because I've always been like, not really sure about the points, but I think it's worth the point right now still. Personally, I would think maybe slightly cheaper. I think it's okay, but like maybe 20 points cheaper, I think it would be perfect. But I'm going to choose that as my favorite drop now, because it did better than I expected. And that shooting is nice into monsters, the chipping damage. Yeah. 5 it's a tanky one as well. Like you don't kill it unless you commit into it with everything.
Absolutely.
So it was just moving around, doing its thing, and shooting.
I mean, it went all the way around the table.
Yeah, exactly.
It almost did a full loop.
That's true. It went all the way back here.
Yeah.
So for sure, favorite drop, but then closely followed by the aspect of the sea because teleport is just.
Yeah, the teleport came in clutch.
Teleport with the +1 to cast.
Yeah.
It's just so strong.
Yeah.
So for sure, between them, but the turtle will take the title for this game.
Nice.
It was a good game for the Sylvaneth for sure. Pivotal moment. I think it was nothing really that I did or that I could have done. The pivotal moment in the game for me was that
it was my double turn.
Exactly. Yeah, that it wasn't enough damage.
I just didn't do anything with it. So I could have given you the turn, obviously, but then, as you said, I probably just lose Belthanos and then I'm even slower for the rest of the game.
Exactly.
So
that would have been a bad choice.
Yeah, I think it would have been a bad choice.
We saw that, you could argue that he should have given me the turn, but you saw in the last 3 turns how it was without him. So or last 2 turns at least, or whatever it was. 3
So
turns.
I guess that's probably my biggest mistake. I think my biggest mistake was probably not putting Belthanos in a position where if Karl had one prio there, he wouldn't have been at threat of dying.
Yeah.
I need him to be a bit further on the back line.
Yeah.
I wanted him up there to do his ability, but
Yeah.
after that he needed to be back so that if I'd given you prio then,
Yeah.
Belthanos wasn't at risk. So that's a note to myself. If I'm playing a list like this, he needs to kind of be on the back line, which is honestly a bit sad.
It is.
He's like 330 points, he hits relatively hard, but you need him to be behind everything.
Yeah.
And that's a shame.
Yeah, for sure. But he's a really good like flanking hero otherwise. Like he's so strong because his run and charge is a board-wide mechanic. So.
But I can't flank against 14-inch move eels, so...
No.
Because you're just going to be on me.
Yeah. And hard to kill the turtle that can spike him to death relatively easily. So.
Yeah. Well, you saw that, he did 12 mortal.
Yeah, that does it.
Yeah. Cool, all right. So that wraps it up. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you so much.
We'll hopefully have another one along soon. And as always, if you want to chat with us, join our Discord. There's a link in the description below.
Yeah.
Lists are in the description below if you want to have a read over them as well.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, please just subscribe and like as well. And
get that algorithm churning along.
Yeah, we are also partners now with YouTube. So, and we're working on a kind of planning a bit around the membership, at least for something to offer you guys.
Yeah.
So if you have any ideas, because we are working full time and it's hard to push out, membership for extra battle report or something like that.
Exactly.
That's a bit hard.
We want to release as many battle reports as we play.
Of course, and we will try and do it. But if there's anything else you would feel that I could join a membership for this kind of thing, then let us know in the comments, please, and we'll think about it for sure.
Definitely.
We want you to enjoy it and stay along for the ride.
Yep.
See you in the next one, basically.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks for watching.